All right, we're gonna do something a little different today. This behind me here, this is the Chemung River, and this is a kayak. It's not my kayak; I borrowed it. My summer schedule, I have Mondays off, and I've thought a lot about how I want to spend those days, and I could easily spend those days puttering around the house or getting some other work done, sitting in my basement playing video games, whatever. But I just I need time to be outside. This is where I like to, spend my time quiet and just enjoying being outside. I like to go for hikes. I like to be out in nature, be in the woods. I have never. This river is, you know, half a mile from my house, and I have spent very little time on it ever. I've taken my son fishing quite a bit, but just kind of down at the boat launch near my house. I've never actually spent a whole lot of time out on the river. So I borrowed a kayak, and I'm gonna spend some time on the river this summer. And this is my first trip. I'm not sure how long this is gonna be. It's not a very long trip today. It rained last night, so the water's a little high. I had planned doing something a little bit longer, but because it rained and the water's a little high, and I'm very new at this, I shortened the trip just a little bit. It's only a couple miles of river travel from here to where I'm getting out again. But I'm excited to do it. If this ends up being nice, this is going to be something that I'm doing pretty much every Monday all summer, and kind of probably expanding the lengths and distances as I can. So yeah, it's super cloudy, but it's already starting to burn off a bit, and I'm pretty excited to get out there and get going, and we'll see what we have. All right. It was a little bit of a rocky start getting in. It was really muddy, I think, from the rain last night. And right now I'm just kind of floating. I'm not even paddling. I'm not moving very fast, but I don't have any, particular need to get anywhere anytime soon. I've got hours to kill and only a couple miles to do. So I'm just kind of enjoying it. And man, it's just nice out. It's just nice to be out here. It's quiet. There's nobody else around. I don't think. Somebody pulled into the parking lot of the boat launch where I was. I don't know if they're uh, coming down the river like I am, or if they were just kind of hanging out there fishing. I'm not sure. I got out of there before they were unpacked and wasn't sure what they were doing. So they might be coming up behind me eventually. I don't know. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. I'm enjoying this. Honestly, I kind of wish I could show you these mountains. They're pretty big. I live in the kind of the foothills of the Appalachian mountain range. They're not, if you live in Colorado or something, you would look at these and say those aren't mountains, but they're a pretty decent size, and I wish I could see them from this point of view. I see them every day driving down the road and that sort of thing. They surround us. I live in a valley, but to see them from this point of view would be pretty cool. My understanding is that they were formed by glaciers, back in the last ice age. There's some really cool formations, but anyways, yeah, they're really good size. I wouldn't call them a hill just because they are that big, and they're very steep. They're very cliff-like. There's trees growing on them and all that, but it is nice. The other thing I'm on the lookout for here is some bald eagles. I know we do have some in this area. I see them. I drive on my way to work. Anytime I go to town, I drive over the bridge that goes over this river, and there's a nest of a bald eagle. On the not far up the river from there. So I do see one pretty regularly. But this is yeah. Again, it's just nice to be out here. It's so quiet. So I'm like, I don't know, half an hour in or so, and it's been pretty calm waters so far, like this kind of thing. But I do see up ahead now some faster water that I'm interested in seeing how we navigate. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it should be fun. Well, I'm stuck. I'm stuck because of that. And it looks like it's really fast, but the only reason it's really going all that fast is because it's only about 3 inches deep, which means I'm bottomed out. So I'm gonna have to get out and kind of ford my way through this and just kind of drag the kayak and see how far we get. Uh, the good news is the fog is burning off, and seeing more of the mountains here, it's kind of nice. The bad news is the fog is burning off, and I can feel my skin starting to bake. So I kind of feel like I need to get a move on here. I've had some interesting sections in the last, mile, half a mile or a mile. Some parts that were a little not scary, but definitely took a little bit of finagling to kind of navigate my way through. I think I'm getting close to the end here. I'm starting to recognize some landmarks that I know about where they are in relation to the boat launch that I'm getting out at. There have been some houses over on the side here, which tells me I know the road that goes out that way, and I know how far it goes, roughly. So that's telling me that I'm getting kind of close to the end, which is probably a good thing with the sun. But the thing that I'm sitting out here thinking is just that, like, how dense this is, like how absolutely dense this forest is, and how secluded you could be. I mean, I am probably a quarter mile from the nearest house, but if something, like out that way, just through those woods there, maybe not even a quarter mile, but if something were to happen, like, I'd be alone. How dense it is here. And I'm only, and even at that, I'm only a couple of miles from the middle of the city. It's not a metropolis, it's not a huge city, but we can come out here and do this and be alone and be quiet and just have the nature and the birds and enjoy this. I don't know. I feel pretty lucky today to be able to do this. So I'm just I'm gonna enjoy the last little bit here.